All right, we're here post-game with Ryan Hedrick of CarolinaSportsLink.com. Tough decision here for the Carolina Panthers. The game was right there for the taking. You hold the Saints under 20 points, you got to think you can win that one.
Yeah, the pattern continues to be that the Carolina Panthers continue to lose close games. When you take the last 5 games, they've lost it by a combined, 10 points. It's crazy frustrating for a team that started out 6-2, and to think, Kevin, that this team was on the way mathematically to an 11-2 season. It's hard to fathom that they're at this position right now where they've lost 6 straight.
Now, we had I was in the New Orleans Saints locker room. Kevin Tolbert was in the Carolina Panthers locker room. Let's go and see what we hear. We talked to Thomas Davis and some interesting comments from Cam Newton.
It still didn't come down to my arm tonight. It still comes down to execution. Like I said, you can't praise the defense enough. Those guys battled, gave us opportunities, and gave us more opportunities. It's just on us to sustain drives and take the tension and the pressure off those.
It's extremely tough, man, because you keep hearing noise about the coaches. The coaches don't line up and play football, man. We go out there and we play the game. The coaches put together a good game plan. They spend their time here hours and hours and hours of making sure that we have a good game plan. We have a good game plan. We have everything that we need going into the games. It's just all about going out and executing. And, for us to lose these games the way we've been losing them, I think that really shows that it's not about the coaching and what they've done. It's really about us executing and doing it for 4 quarters.
Yeah, I would most certainly give them praise. I thought they competed. I thought they did some good things. They took the ball away when they had to. They scored when they had an opportunity. Dante's return was spectacular. The young man has played very well for us at times, and he's made a couple of young mistakes. But that's the kind of effort you expect from your guys, and you can expect from us. From here on out. I just really appreciated the way they handled things, and I think we can continue to grow and get better.
All right, now Ryan, you were there when you heard Cam Newton talk. How did it strike you with this discussion with the shoulder?
One word: fascinating. Fascinating beyond belief. Cam Newton was diagnosing his shoulder. There was about 7 or 8 questions. The media was peppering Cam with questions about his shoulder. It ranged from how does it affect your throwing, to what type of injury could it be, to have you seen a doctor, to are you willing to go under the knife, and lastly, are you willing to be benched? It's hard to consider Cam Newton even agreeing to be benched.
How did he think? 'Cause from what I took from it is I think he's perfectly willing to be benched, because I don't think if it's irrelevant,
right,
and you could potentially do damage to his shoulder, right, he doesn't need to play.
Cam Newton is a guy that likes to win. He likes the spotlight more than he likes to win, in my opinion. So when it came time to ask him, would you consider being benched, he paused, and he said, well, I just think we're just going to have that discussion. How else is he going to answer it? That Cam Newton's a prideful guy, and there's no excuse for 6 losses in a row. There's no excuses for the way he's performed in the last 2 or 3 games.
All right, I'm going to put you on I know you're a reporter, and I don't want to inject opinions here, but I said on our podcast, I think if you lose 4 in a row, 5 in a row, heads are going to roll. Well, I've already seen the defensive line coach, the secondary coach get fired. It's a new owner. The GM, the head coach, I like Coach Rivera. I think he's a solid coach. I like Marty Herney, a solid GM, but results are results. Heads have to roll.
If you're David Tepper, you cannot go on with this regime, and here's why. These are not his guys. They're Jerry Richardson's guys. This is not his decision-making crew. I believe David Tepper, to sleep well at night, has to come to a point with the Carolina Panthers in the next couple of weeks where he has to say, we have to trim the fat. We have to get rid of this regime, and we have to start over in order to begin to find who we are as a team, what our philosophy is, and what the core beliefs are.
I'd sleep very well if I had the kind of money David Tepper does. I'm just saying, that's just me. Moving forward, the Falcons, quick turnaround. Falcons are here on next Sunday. It's pride, and guys like Thomas Davis have pride. There's Julius Peppers. This could be their last games in football, not to mention in this stadium as home players.
Right.
I mean, there's got to be some pride on the line.
Yeah, you want to win this game because you want to eliminate the losing streak. You want to eliminate the questions of chemistry and morale, which have to be suffering at this point. And you need to please the home fans because it's your last home game. You have to go out on the winning side.
What do you think of the Saints? I was in their locker room, talked to guys like A.J. Klein, a former
They're
Panther.
loose, right? They're loose as can be.
They are. A.J. Klein had a fumble recovery. Mark Ingram had a good day rushing the football and caught a couple balls. Cameron Jordan, I talked to him. He knew me from wrestling. He says, dude, I dubbed him the Bull of the Woods. William Wilson doesn't like that. He says in Arkansas they don't have bulls in the woods. But I'm telling you, Dusty Rhodes said he's the Bull of the Woods, and Cameron Jordan is the Bull of the Woods in the NFL right now.
The Saints are as loose as you can be. They are cruising to home field advantage right now. The only thing that could slow the Saints down are the Saints. Let's be honest about this. That is a winning locker room. That is how you win football games, and you see why they're now 12-2.
I'll tell you one thing, Kevin Tolbert's from Chicago. I don't want to play football outside in Chicago. Ask the Rams about that. I think the Saints, it's going to be the Saints. I think the Rams are done. I think it's going to be the Saints and the Bears going from the NFC. Kansas City looks pretty tough in the AFC, but we'll see. Make sure you tune in to Talking About Sports every Thursday at 12:45. Ryan Hedrick, I'm Kevin Casey. So long for now.